Varnamala. She started chanting the verses very nicely.
I sent her the YouTube videos, Mataji.
Very nice. Very nice. So you cannot help her. And now she is like, now confidence has come for her. Moment. So we are in the 18th chapter, 6th verse, right? Sannyas Yoga, the perfection of renunciation. So now the question itself is, what is the purpose of renunciation? That was the question asked by Arjuna. What is the purpose of renunciation? I want to understand about the renounced order of life also. And Krishna says, giving up activities that are based on material desire, people call that as renounced order, sannyas. But giving up results of activities, a wise call that as renunciation. So giving up activities, some say giving up activities is renunciation. But the wise, what they say, give up the results of the activity. So the learned people, they declare that all kinds of fruitive activities should be given up as faulty. Yet other sages maintain that acts of sacrifice, charity, and penance should not be given up. Now, Krishna says, here to my judgment now. Many people talk this and that, everything has been given. Some say like this, some say like this. Now here to my judgment. Now Krishna speaks about 3 kinds of renunciation. Renunciation are of 3 kinds. So the 5th verse we saw, Krishna says acts of charity, sacrifice and penance are not to be given up. They must be performed. Indeed, sacrifice, charity and penance purify even conditioned souls. The great souls. They purify even the great souls. That means act of charity, sacrifice, penance should not be given up. Now Krishna is giving his judgment. Don't give up. Because karma sannyas says, give up all the things and run away to the forest. Give up activity of sacrifice. That is why they will not have shikha. Ekadandi sannyasis will not have shikha. They will not have janam. They want to show that now we are not going to do all these things. No sacrifice, no charity, no nothing. So now Krishna says here, this should not be given up. Not that you give up everything and run away. In fact, sannyasi's responsibility is to show the people the acts of sacrifice. Everything has to be shown. Now let us see what Krishna says. Etanyaphi tu karmani sangam tyaktva phalani cha kartavyani ti me partha nishchitam matam uttamam. Etanyaphi tu karmani. All these activities, Krishna says, etanyapi karmani. Api means certainly. All these activities, sangam tyaktva phalani cha. You should associate. That means you should perform. But how? Tyaktva phalam. Give up the results of the activity. And then kartavyani iti me partha. Do it as a matter of duty. Like the same thing has been spoken in Karmanyevadika Raste, where it is said, just perform as a matter of duty. We have Nitya Karma, we have Naimitika Karma, and we have Kamya Karma. In Nitya Karma, every day you are doing that. Like every day you brush your teeth. Do you expect any results? Every day you take bath. Do you expect any results? Every day you have to do. Every day. Without any expectation, you are just doing it. That is known as Nitya Karma. So Krishna says, you are born as a Kshatriya, just do it as a matter of duty. Naimitika means you become a nimitta for a particular work, you become a nimitta. Like you become a nimitta to help a person. You become a nimitta to attend somebody's program. You become a nimitta means you're chosen one. But that is an emergency work. It's just emergency work, not everyday's work. And then comes kamya karma, desired work. Anyhow, we are not into kamya karma. So Krishna says, do it as a matter of duty. Then, O Partha, matam uttamam. This is my final decision. Don't give up the work. Don't try to renounce and run away to forest. Do it as a matter of duty, whether the child cares you, will not care you in the old age. Still, mother does it as a matter of duty, protecting the child. Have you ever thought whether your son or the daughter is going to take care of you in the old age? When the children were small, all of us, we know that we all took care of our children. But we are not thinking when the mother is taking care of the child, mother does not think in future this child is going to look after me or not. Don't know. But do it as a matter of duty. Isn't it? You cannot take out hisab kitab. You nonsense, you are not taking care of me. I fed you so much of Farex, I fed you my milk. You cannot do hisab kitab, isn't it? What hisab kitab mother can? Mother has sacrificed her life for the child. Mother washes the undergarments of the child. Mother does all the menial work for the child. Mother keeps the room neat and tidy as a maid servant. Mother has become the maid servant, but still mother's position is always high. But for the child, mother can do all sort of activities. Mother has cleaned the urine of the child. Mother has cleaned the stool of the child. But the same child, when they grow up, they don't look at the child, they look at the mother. In some cases happens. At that time, mother can, at the most what she can do, she can cry. But she cannot go and show all the hisab kitab. You know, when you are born, I cleaned your stool 9 months, I fed you, I kept you in my womb. Only one word you will hear. You wanted, that is why. Did I say, I want you to be in the womb? I want myself to be in your womb. So, it is easy to back answer. But mother should not talk only about all these things. Karma. At the time, what mother says, oh it's my karma, what to do? I have got like this. It's my karma. That is what maximum mother can say. So that is what here also Krishna points out. Do it as a matter of duty. Don't think about the results. Results may be favoring you. Because what Arjuna told, I don't want anything. I just want to go away. Even if I win, what am I going to enjoy with this kingdom which is tainted with blood? Guru Nahatwahi Mahanubhavan. Let me go. They are all Mahanubhavan. Bhaikshav Apihaloke. Let me go and beg. Even if the kingdom is given Rudran Pradiktan, that means it is all tainted with blood. What is the use? Second chapter, see the verse. Guru Nahatwahi Mahanubhavan Shreyo Bhoktum Bhaikshav Apihaloke Hatvartha Kamansu Guru Nihaiva Gunjiya Bhogan Rudira Pradiktan. So here, what is the use? What is the use? Krishna says, you just do it first. I want you to do. Whatever Krishna wants us to do, we should do. Whether it is going to give us award, whether it is going to give us failure, we don't have to think about it. Let Lord think. Lord has given us the task, just we have to do it. The Lord gives the task to the spiritual master. Lord gives to us directly. For Arjuna, it is direct instruction. Krishna says, just do it. This is my final opinion. Okay, Geeta Mataji, read.
Hare Krishna. एतान्यपि तु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा फलानि च कर्तव्यार्थ निश्चितं मदमुत्तमम्. Meaning, all these activities should be performed without attachment or any expectation of result. they should be performed as a matter of duty. O son of Pritha, that is my final opinion. Purport. Although all sacrifices are purifying, one should not expect any result by such performances. In other words, all sacrifices which are meant for material advancement in life should be given up. But sacrifices that purify one's existence and elevate one to the spiritual plane should not be stopped. Everything that leads to Krishna consciousness must be encouraged. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, also, it is said that any activity which leads to devotional service to the Lord should be accepted. That is the highest criterion of religion. A devotee of the Lord should accept any kind of work, sacrifice, or charity which will help him in the discharge of devotional service to the Lord.
See the next verse. नियतस्य तु संन्यासः कर्मणो नोपपद्यते मोहात् तस्य परित्यागः तामसः परिकीर्तितः. नियतस्य तु संन्यासः. नियतस्य. So here Lord says, niyatasya tu sannyasah karmano anupappadyate mohat tasya parityagah tamasa parikirtitah. Niyatasya, prescribed duties. No sannyasah karmanah na. Prescribed duties should never be renounced. Whatever is prescribed. Prescribed duties should never be renounced. So then what happens? Papadyate moha tyagah parityagah. If a person renounces his prescribed duty because of moha, illusion, such renunciation is said to be the mode of ignorance, tamasaha. So prescribed duties should never be renounced. Whatever is given. Prescribed duties are of two types. One is arthika, one is paramarthika. So, paramarthika duty is what? Always chant the holy name of Krishna. Arthika duty is what? In whatever varna and ashrama a person is, he has to perform that. He cannot just say, no, I am not the body, I am soul. What I have to do? Why should I eat? Why should I look at my body? You have small children around you and you are saying, I am not the body. Atma Sakshatkar. These children are not my children. Now let me run away from the house. It doesn't work because vasana is so strong, even if you run away, the thoughts will be there. Artificial renunciation is only called as mithyachar. We have studied this, the third chapter. A pretender. So don't try to pretend. Whatever ashrama we are, we have to perform. Paramarthika dharma is anyhow beyond all these things. Chant the holy name of Krishna. Prescribed duties. If you are a mother, be a mother. If you are a father, be a father. You cannot just give away the duties on the pretext of renunciation. On the pretext of renunciation, one cannot give up his duties. Then you will ask, why so many boys give up their house and join the ashrama? So what is the answer for that? It's a duty to look after parents, isn't it? But many of them, we see that they give up their house, they join the ashrama, they become brahmachari. So then which verse we can count in that? Tektva swadharmam charanam bhujam hare bhajan apakko athapate tato yadi yatra kavartha yatra kavartha pachito 1 minute, just third line, I'll just give you. Open 2 point Neha Bikramanash. Open that, in that it is there. Tektva swadharmam charanam bhujam hare bhajan apakvo athapate to yadi Open that verse. Neha Biklo 2.40 open. 2.40. यत्र का वा भद्रम अभूतविष्यकिं को वार्ताप्नो वचतां सधर्मतः. यत्र का वार्थ यत्र क्वा va bhadram abhudamishyakim. That means you have given up your task and you have joined the temple. There also you are not doing the proper sadhana. On the contrary, somebody is doing his prescribed duties very nicely, but he is not a devotee of Krishna. Abhajatam sudharmataha abhajatam. Still there is no profit. If he is performing his prescribed duties but not serving Krishna, there is no profit, no gain. On the contrary, if a person is given up his prescribed duties and join the temple, still is not doing perfectly, still there is no loss. So sometimes it seems to be contradictory. He has given up the prescribed duties as being a nice son. He's not looking at the parents, but now he is the son of so many parents. He's taking care of so many parents, isn't it? So who is a brahmachari? Brahmachari means he is the son of so many families. He's taken up the higher task. When a person takes up the higher task, then he is allowed to give up his prescribed duties. He's allowed. He is allowed to give up and fully sarvatmanaya sharanam sharanyam, completely. Only at that stage, not for any show off, not for even running up, giving up the responsibilities. When you take up higher responsibilities, lower responsibilities automatically are included in that. So brahmacharis, they take care of parents more nicely than even the children who are with the parents. They know how to respect their parents. They know how to take care of the children, care of the parents. So now he is a son of so many parents. Brahmachari means the son of so many grahasthas. But here now what Krishna mentions is just simply prescribe you to give up and run away in the forest. If you don't take up higher responsibilities, you have no right to give up lower responsibilities. You have to take up something higher responsibility. The highest responsibility and the topmost of everything is serving Krishna. If you do that, then it is like using the renunciation in Krishna's service. Or sometimes the same renunciation is used for some show-off tendency. Oh, I am a sannyasi, people should respect me. I become Swami now. If such type of desire is there, then he is not a renounced person. He should be first renounced from his own vices. So, duties are not to be given up. In fact, it takes higher responsibility. Maintaining temple is not a joke. Maintaining 2 people in the house, we get fed up. Feeding so many. I have seen sannyasis cooking also. When I went to one Gaudiya Mutt in Mayapur, there's a sannyasi who takes care of the temple, who cooks, who fed us also very nicely. Now, if you see karma sannyas, they don't light fire. But Srila Prabhupada lit fire and cooked for everyone, made them devotees. So what is spoken here, don't just get confused. It is spoken about the karma sannyas. Oh, I'll not light fire. I'll not cross the ocean. But if you have to give up all these rules and regulations for the higher cause, then you're giving up the results of the work, not the work itself. Okay? So, we will read Palash. Oh, wonderful. What a dhairya for Palash. Read.
Niyatasya tu sannyasa karmano nopadhyate
Nopapadyate.
mohatasya parityagyas tamasah parikirtitah.
Very good. Parikirtitah.
Prescribed illusions should never be renounced. If one gives up his prescribed duties because of illusions, such renunciation is said to be in the mode of ignorance. Purport. Work for material satisfaction must be given up, but activities which promote one to spiritual activities like cooking for the Supreme Lord and offering the food to the Lord and then accepting the food are recommended. It is said that a person in the renounced order of life should not cook food for himself. Cooking for oneself is prohibited, but cooking for Supreme Lord is not prohibited. Similarly, a sannyasi may perform a marriage ceremony to help his disciple in the advancement of Krishna consciousness. If one renounces such activities, it is to be understood that he is acting in the mode of darkness. Hare Krishna.
Okay. It's दुःखम् इत्येव यत्कर्म कायक्लेशभयात् त्यजेत् स कृत्वा राजसं त्यागं नैव त्यागफलं लभेत् दुःखम् इत्येव यत्कर्म कायक्लेशभयात् त्यजेत् स कृत्वा राजसं त्यागं नैव त्यागफलं लभेत्. Dukkam, unhappy, iti thus, eva certainly, yat which, karma work, kaya for the body, klesha trouble, bhayat out of fear, tejata gives up, saha he, krutva doing, rajasam in the mode of passion, tyagam renunciation, no not, eva certainly, tyaga of renunciation, phalam the results, labhet gains. So anyone who gives up prescribed duties as troublesome or out of fear of bodily discomfort is said to have renounced the mode of passion. Such action never leads to the elevation of renunciation. So one has done out of illusion, one has done out of passion. What is that passion? Discomfort. Oh, why should I take so much of trouble? So he is trying to give up. How is he trying to give up? Because he thinks this is troublesome. So here also in the previous verse, what is given, just see. Sannyasi may perform a marriage ceremony to help his disciple in the advance. If one renounces such activities, he is said to be in darkness. That means, moha means thinking that now I have become a sannyasi as good as God. It's the biggest moha, illusion. So he tries to give up the prescribed duties. In fact, you are to show the path to the whole society. You have to show, like Srila Prabhupada taught how to cook. Srila Prabhupada made them enter the Vivaha Sanskaras also. So in this way, this moha means illusion, thinking that I am something great and all these grastas are tuchas. Doesn't know, it is only one of the order. It is not just measuring your bhakti. Bhakti can be done from any ashrama. It can be a grahastha, vanaprastha, brahmachari, any ashrama you can do bhakti. Bhakti is not defined with a particular ashrama. It's not defined. Like Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was the renounced order. His father, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, was the grahastha order. Bhakti is not defined by your ashrama. Now here, just because he has the fear of taking the trouble, who will take loan, who will maintain this family, I'm not getting good thing in the business, let me run away. Now, why he ran away? Why he is not performing the duty? Because he doesn't want to give trouble to his body. There are many of the sannyasis have become with this, oh, I cannot take up the responsibilities, and they run away. So that is known as renunciation in the mode of passion. Passion means attachment. Moha means illusion, considering something which is not to be true. And what is the meaning of passion? Attachment. Attachment to the body, bodily comforts. Okay. Okay. Anuj Prabhu, can you read?
Yes, Mataji, I can read.
Read.
दुःखमितेव यत्कर्म कायक्लेशभयात् त्यजेत स कृत्वा राजसं त्यागं नैव त्यागफलं लभेत. Translation: anyone who gives up prescribed duties as troublesome or out of fear of bodily discomfort is said to have renounced in the mode of passion. Such action never leads to the elevation of renunciation. Purport: one who is in Krishna consciousness should not give up earning money out of fear that he is performing fruitive activities. If by working one can engage his money in Krishna consciousness, or if by rising early in the morning one can advance his transcendental Krishna consciousness, one should not desist uh, out of fear or because such activities are considered troublesome. Such renunciation is in the mode of passion. The result of passionate work is always miserable. If a person renounces work in that spirit, he never gets that result of renunciation. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. If it is done out of fear, then that is not considered as renunciation, Krishna says. That is considered as renunciation in the mode of passion. कार्यम इत्येव यत् कर्म नियतं क्रियते अर्जुन संगम त्यक्त्वा फलं चैव सत्याग्रह सात्विको मतः. कार्यम इत्येव, it must be done. Eva means indeed it must be done. Yat karma niyatam, prescribed duties must be performed. O Arjuna, sangam tyaktva phalam, give up the results of the work. Then such type of renunciation is considered to be in the mode of goodness. So when one performs his prescribed duty only because it is ought to be done and renounces all material association and all attachment to the fruit, his renunciation is said to be in the mode of goodness. So very nicely it has been given. This is what Krishna wants. That do not give up the work. You give up the results of the work. Okay. Saurabh, can you read, Saurabh?
Yes, Maruti.
Read.
कार्यमित्येव यत्कर्म नियतं क्रियते अर्जुन तरां त्यक्त्वा फलं चैव स त्यागः सात्विको मतः. O Arjuna, when one performs his prescribed duty only because it ought to be done and renounces all material association and all attachment to the fruit, his renunciation is said to be in the mode of goodness. Prescribed duties must be performed with this mentality. One should act without attachment for the result. He should be disassociated from the modes of work. A man working in Krishna consciousness in a factory does not associate himself with the work of the factory nor with the workers of the factory. He simply works for Krishna, and when he gives up the result for Krishna, he is acting transcendentally.
Na dveshtya kushalam karma kushalena nushajjate tyagi sattva samavishto medhavi chinna samshayah. Na dveshti akushalam karma kushalena nusajjate tyagi sattva samavishto medhavi chinna samshayah. Na dveshti, do not hate anyone. Akushalam, don't consider this is auspicious, this is inauspicious. Or let us see, na dveshti akushalam karma, work. kushale in the auspicious, nor anusajjate become attached, tyagi the renouncer, sattva in goodness, samavishtaha absorbed, medhavi intelligent, chinna having cut off, samshaya all doubts. So the intelligent renouncer situated in the mode of goodness, neither hateful of inauspicious work, nor attached to auspicious work, has no doubts about the work. So intelligent renouncer, he is not thinking whether it's auspicious or inauspicious. He just does whatever is told. Like standing on the streets and distribution of Bhagavad Gita. Then we'll think is auspicious or inauspicious. He's beyond that. If auspicious, then naturally, yes, it is auspicious work. Oh, I should get this benefit, that benefit. Or it's inauspicious, standing on the, taking Bhagavad Gita, standing on the streets, keeping Bhagavad Gita boxes down. Oh, it's the most inauspicious thing. Lord himself, all the boxes are kept down. It is actually, it's completely beyond. The things where they don't consider about all these things, is auspicious or inauspicious. Then understand that type of work is considered to be, he doesn't have doubt in that work. He keeps the boxes down so that he can distribute the Gita. At the time, this thought also doesn't come whether it is auspicious or inauspicious. So that type of work is not attached also to any auspicious. He is not hateful to any inauspicious. And that is how he is a renouncer, intelligent renouncer. He does it. He uses the time. He does it. So that is why he doesn't have any doubt about the work. He does not hate anything. Neither he loves anything. It all has been given. Shilpa can read. You kept your videos on.
Yeah, I'll read Mataji.
Yeah.
Na dveshti akushalam karma kushalena anusajjate tyagi sattva samavishto medhavi chinna samshayaha. The intelligent renouncer situated in the mode of goodness, neither hateful of auspicious work nor attached to auspicious work, has no doubts about work, purpose. A person in Krishna consciousness or in the mode of goodness does not hate anyone or anything which troubles his body. He does work in the proper place and at the proper time without fearing the troublesome effects of his duty. Such a person situated in transcendence should be understood to be most intelligent and beyond all doubts in his activities.
Okay. Let us. Nahi dehabhuta shakyam. Nahi dehabhuta shakyam. Tyaktum karmanyasheshatah. Yastu karma phalatyagi. Satyagitya nahi dehabhuta shakyam. No, never. He certainly dehabhuta. By the embodied, shakyam is possible. Tyaktum to be renounced. Karmani activities, asheshataha, altogether. Yaha, anyone who, to birth, karma, or work, phala of the result, tyagi the renouncer, sahahi, tyagi the renouncer, itida sabidhyate is said. So it is indeed impossible for an embodied being to give up all activities. But he who renounces the fruits of action is called one who has truly renounced. So it is impossible. That is how, even in the third chapter, Krishna says, the nature of the soul is to be active. That is how the mithya renunciation has been described. A person cannot totally give up the work because the nature of the soul is to be active. The soul is never inactive. So here also it is impossible for an embodied being to give up all the activities. You cannot do that. Even going to shouch is also a prescribed duty. Will you stop that? Taking food is a prescribed duty. Can we stop that? Sleeping is one of the duties. Can we stop that? It means activities involved. Even sleeping is an activity. Though you may say I've withdrawn everything, but still in the mind so many thoughts are there. To sleep itself is also an activity. So an embodied soul cannot give up activity. So, but one who renounces the fruits of the activity, Krishna says, I consider him to be the true renounced. Okay. Pushpari.
Hare Krishna. Nahi deha bhrita sakyam tyaktum karmani ashesatah yastu karma phalatyagi satyagiti abhidhiyate. It is indeed impossible for an embodied being to give up all activities, but he who renounces the fruits of action is called one who has truly renounced. It is said in Bhagavad Gita that one can never give up work at any time. Therefore, he who works for Krishna and does not enjoy the fruitive results, who offers everything to Krishna, is actually a renouncer. There are many members of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness who work very hard in their office or in the factory or some other place, and whatever they earn, they give to the society. Such highly elevated souls are actually sannyasis and are situated in the renounced order of life. It is clearly outlined here how to renounce the fruits of work and for what purpose fruits should be renounced. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Fruits should be renounced, but not the work to be renounced. That is what Krishna is focusing. Don't give up the work. Next. Anishtam ishtam ishram cha trividam karmana phalam bhavatyaginam pretya natu sannyasinam pachet. Anishtam ishtam mishram cha. Anishtam means leading to hell. Ishtam leading to heaven. Mishram mixed. Cha and trividam, three kinds of work. Phalam, the results. Bhavati comes. Atyag, yataginam, for those who are not renounced. Pretya, after death. No, not. To, but. Sannyasinam, the renounced order. Kvachit, in time. For one who is not renounced, the threefold fruits of action, desirable, undesirable, and mixed, accrue after death. But those who are in the renounced order of life have no such result to suffer or enjoy. So whether kamya karma, or whether desirable work, or undesirable work, or mixed work, if a person is not renouncing with the fruits of the work, then it will accrue. So now Lord says, what is renunciation? Just renounce the fruits. Don't renounce the work. So again, more elaborately, our Lord says, if a person doesn't renounce the work, the fruits of the work, then he has to accrue the same after death. But one who is in the renounced order of life, so what is renounced order of life? Krishna has very clearly mentioned that one has to renounce with the fruits, not the work. Then anyhow, the results he has no results to suffer or enjoy. Because he has renounced the fruits. So where is the question of the results giving happiness or the results giving misery? Okay. Gita, read. Only one line. Yeah. Okay.
Hare Krishna. अनिष्टमिष्टं मिश्रं च त्रिविधं कर्मण फलं भवत्यत्यागिनां प्रेत्य न तु सन्न्यासिनां क्वचित्. Translation. For one who is not renounced the threefold fruits of action, desirable, undesirable, and mixed, accrue after death. But those who are in the renounced order of life have no such result to suffer or enjoy. Purport. A person in Krishna consciousness acting in knowledge of his relationship with Krishna is always liberated. Therefore, he does not have to enjoy or suffer the results of his acts after death. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Next. Panchaitani Mahabaho Karanani Nibodhame Sankhye Krutante Proktani Siddhaye Sarvakarmanam Panchaitani. These five, Krishna says. There are five. Mahabahu, O mighty armed one. Karanani Nibodha, understand. There are five causes. Understand this from me, may. Sankhye Kuta Ante Proktan. So in the Vedanta, this is the conclusion that there are five causes of birth. Proktani Shuddhayani Sarva Karmana. So one knows that there are five causes. If they have learnt it from me, then he attains Siddhi. That is perfection. So sometimes you say, oh, I am the cause of the work. Because of me, everything is happening. There are five causes which Krishna is going to speak. So thinking that I can give up the work, who are you to give up the work? You think that the work is because of you. That is why you think that I give up the prescribed duty. But behind that there are another four people involved. There are four people involved. That is why one cannot give up the prescribed duty. One can take up higher tasks. But remaining without work doesn't happen. There are five causes for any of the particular work. Okay. Shilpa, read.
Panchaitani Mahabaho Karanani Nibodhame Sankhye Krittante Proktani Siddhaye Sarva Karmanam. O mighty armed Arjuna, according to the Vedanta, there are five causes for the accomplishment of all action. Now learn of these from me. Purpose. A question may be raised that since any activity performed must have some reaction, how is it that the person in Krishna consciousness does not suffer or enjoy the reactions of work? The Lord is citing Vedanta philosophy to show how this is possible. He says that there are five causes for all activities, and for success in all activity, one should consider these five causes. Sankhya means the stock of knowledge, and Vedanta is the final stock of knowledge accepted by all the acharyas. Even Shankara accepts Vedanta Sutra as such. Therefore, such authority should be consulted. The ultimate control is invested in the Super Soul. As it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarvasya Chaham Vivi Sannivishtaha. He is engaging everyone in certain activities by reminding him of his past actions, and Krishna consciousness acts done under his direction from within yield no reaction either in this life or in the life after death.
Okay. Now the five causes have been given in the next verse. We'll just do in a small way, and then in the next class we'll do it in elaborate. Adhishtanam tatha karta karanam cha prathak vidam vividascha prathak cheshta daivam chaivatra panchamam. 5. Adhishtanam, the place. 5 kartas. Karanam, karta, the worker. The place, the worker, instrument of different kinds. Then various cheshta, endeavors, and ultimately the supreme. All these are 5. Work, the place of work, the person, then instruments, then different endeavors, and then Lord. So how to understand this? This will be in the next class. So any questions? Stop here. Panchakutarubhyascha pasinubhyavcha patitam pavani Krishna.